Libertarians for justice, because truth is not enough. Because the victims and their families are depending on us. Because the orphans of 9/11 are counting on us to seek justice for the murder of their parents. Because Vito Valente and hundreds of other first responders are sick and dying due to exposure to ground zero dust, and they are depending on us. Because the government's conspiracy theory leaves unanswered questions. Because the FBI still does not have enough evidence to convict Osama bin Laden for the attacks of September 11th, 2001. Because architects and engineers know the truth and seek justice. Because World Trade Center 1, 2, and 7 are the only 3 steel structure buildings ever to have collapsed, officially as a result of fire. Because hundreds of 9/11 truth groups have formed nationwide. They know the truth. They seek justice. Because experts agree with the need for a new investigation. Because all tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent. For a time comes when silence is betrayal. Because if Congress can look into steroids in professional baseball, they can look at what happened to our air defenses on 9/11. Because a Zogby poll found that 51% of Americans want Congress to probe Bush and Cheney regarding the 9/11 attacks. The majority of Americans want an investigation into the most significant historical event of our lives. Over 2/3 of the American people fault the 9/11 Commission for failing to investigate the unusual collapse of World Trade Center 7. Because William Rodriguez continues to request an investigation. Because the Loose Change team remains committed to pushing for a real 9/11 investigation. Because the world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. Because now is the time to demand a new investigation, even if it brings just one terrorist to justice. Because we want libertarians elected that will demand a full investigation and insist on prosecution of those responsible for the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. Because all of America is depending on us to restore lost freedoms. Freedom stolen by politicians playing on our fears at the worst time. On behalf of the people of the United States of America, the undersigned demand justice for the victims of the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. For the families who have fought bureaucratic stonewalling. For the rescue workers who are still dying of mysterious illnesses. For the researchers and experts who have dedicated their lives to researching the government's conspiracy theory. And for the American people, whose freedoms were surrendered to the terrorists by our own government. We, the undersigned, demand a publicly conducted congressional inquiry with full subpoena power into the largest terrorist attack in American history. The committee shall meet, ask questions, and demand answers until we, the people, are sure beyond a reasonable doubt that the terrorists have been brought to justice. We must never forget. We must provide justice. We cannot let the terrorists win. We will have justice. For all. Libertarians for justice, because truth is not enough.